All right, welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. And welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog with me and Sir Bugs, Mr. Max, on the couch like normal. Of course, as a lot of people don't know, I can't always get everything on camera. Mickey was taking up the other half of the couch. I was going to get a picture of that, and sure enough, just as I go to film it, Mickey jumped up. So I only got Bugs on the couch. And other things, with baby goats doing crazy things, Rex doing crazy things. I don't have a camera running 24/7, so I can't always catch everything. And for those of you that are new to the channel or just clicked on this video because of the title of the video, no, it is not clickbait. Later on in the video, you will see baby goats jumping on one of my camels. They were jumping on both of them, but like I said, once again, by the time I got the camera, or came back in, got the camera, got back out there, I only got the baby goats jumping on Caesar, which is the male camel. They stopped jumping on Cleopatra, but I got a little bit footage of that because in these trying times, in these stressed out times, depressing times, we all need a little bit of happiness, and what's happier than a bunch of happy baby goats jumping on a camel? It would have been better to see them going back and forth between the two, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Who else gets to see baby goats jumping on camels? But at today's Homesteader Ranch and Petting Zoo. So it's been a good week. It started out as a good week. As I said on the last Sunday Monday vlog, I was going to go to Walmart early in the morning, try to grab stuff since all the shelves have been bare. I was so exhausted from everything I had been doing. I did not even get to Walmart to get that done. And Chubbs is over here just being a thirsty dog. So, of course, he's got to be loud when Daddy's filming, right, Chubbs? Come here, Chubbs. Say hi to everybody. Say yeah. Say I'm just a thirsty Chubbs. Thirsty Chubbs. And of course, here comes Minnie Mouse next to him. Right, Minnie Mouse? Yep. There's Mama's. And Papa's is over by the door laying down. But I never made it to Walmart. I was so tired. I went ahead. I just slept in. I went, I think, either Wednesday or Thursday. I ended up waking up early. Got down to Walmart at the opening. I was like a minute or 2 minutes after the opening. I was able to get in there. Got some dog food. Got some stuff that I needed. And I went ahead. I got an extra thing of paper towels because with everything going on, I don't want to be out. Like I said, I only had a little bit of paper towels, so I went ahead and just grabbed the extra one. And then I'm actually going to go back again tomorrow because they didn't have everything that I wanted. I did get dog food. They had 4 bags of dog food, so I grabbed a bag of dog food so that way the dogs don't go hungry. They had dog bones early in the morning. I'm almost out of dog bones, so I got 2 boxes of that. They had, I think, 8 boxes of dog bones. And what I do, since these dogs don't like to listen because they're stubborn butts, if they come in when I tell them to come in, they get a dog bone. So now that I've started that tradition, I want to say about 95% of the time, they come in so they can get their dog bone. And it's just the meaty bones, the extra large, and they enjoy that. So I got seeding done this week. I did a whole bunch of annual ryegrass seed. I did some whole oat seed. I did some purple top turnip. I still have a bunch of cases of purple top turnip. That's Rex over there, the kangaroo. Everybody's got to make noise while Daddy's filming and distracting me. It's like squirrel moments. Instead of saying squirrel, I say, oh, kangaroo, or I say drinking dog, or humping camels, or jumping goats, or whatever else. And Uh, so I got all that seeding done. I want to say 750, maybe 850 pounds of seed out. I still have 600 or 700 pounds of seed to get put out. I was going to continue doing that rest this week, but we got into snow. We had 3 different days of snow. It was actually snowing today. Nothing really stuck today. It actually warmed up and melted most of it off, as you'll see when I walk down to the gate to show you some fencing that I did. So hopefully this week will be better. I'll get rest of seeding done because I got to make room in the shipping container. Not only do I need to make room in the shipping container, but I also need to get the seed out so I can start producing my own food here on the property for the animals, so it's not costing me as much. With the beautiful weather we had, we were staying in the upper 50s, lower 60s, actually made it to the mid 60s for one day. I was able to cut from 3 sacks of feed in the morning and 3 sacks of feed in the evening down to 2. So I cut my feed by a third for half a week. Now with all the snow, the bitter cold, we're back down in the teens and the 20s. I'm back to 3 bags of feed in the morning and in the evening again. So that's 300 pounds of feed. So hopefully warm weather will be back around shortly. Get me back down to 200 pounds of feed a day. And that just saves money. So instead of $3,000 a month, I'll be down to $2,000 a month. And then as it really starts getting warmer and I have grass and shrubbery and trees and leaves and everything else growing here, then I can get it down to 100 pounds. 1 bag in the morning, 1 bag in the evening. And that get me down to $1,000 a month. And then, of course, as soon as I can get the insurance for petting zoo, get everything going after this whole fiasco with everything shut down now, then I can start covering some of that $1,000 a month in feed, and then have money coming in towards other animals, other things I need. And at this rate, to build my house, because I lost $100,000 in crypto, I cashed out everything I had. I had a feeling that Sunday night, which is right now going into Monday, that the markets would be going down, which they are, so I would have lost more money. So right now I only have $60,000. So I'll wait till I see crypto turn around, and when crypto turns around, starts beating up higher really quick, whether it's a couple weeks, couple months, then I'll go ahead and reinvest that 60 grand, try to make a quick 20, 30, 40% profit, get me up closer to 100,000 or higher, and then that should give me the money to build a house. If not, hopefully, like I said, with the petting zoo being open, I can bring money in that way. Of course, YouTube brings me in some money and other things like that. So we'll see what happens on that front. I got a little bit of fencing done on the driveway, so that way people can't drive around my chain gate across my driveway. With the chain being up, I saw tire tracks in the snow and stuff coming around my post. So having fencing all the way down, that will stop that. And then, like I'll show, I'm going to do it across the parking lot to my 6-foot fence, so that way people can't just drive all the way up the field and then come into the parking lot. Of course, I have boulders at the parking lot, but I figure I might as well go ahead and do some fencing there and get that taken care of. And Mr. Rex over here, he has gotten big enough and strong enough that he can get into bed. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. He woke me up at 8:30, 8:40 in the morning, and he needs to learn I've got to sleep till like 11, 12 o'clock, which I did today, and opened the door to go feed the animals at noon, and I see a Scottish Highlander in my parking lot. And I went into panic mode immediately because nobody in this area has Scottish Highlanders, and I knew it was my dark red one, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I go running. Turns out, I guess Friday night, I was tired from everything I've been doing, because Friday I went to town. I filled up all my gas cans, diesel cans, propane, Picked up medical stuff for animals just in case stores go down or anything like that, just so I have extras of everything. Because like I said, I stopped prepping a while ago, so I went ahead and just prepped everything. So I have extra quick clot, um, iodine for surgeries and that type of stuff, bandages, you name it. I went ahead. I spent probably $3,000 on Friday to secure supplies in case anything ever happens. And the good thing is most of the stuff I got doesn't expire, so I can use it 10 years down the road if everything turns around the next couple weeks or months. If not, if things get worse and riots and all that end up starting and things like that, then I've got everything taken care of. I don't have to leave the mountain. I had the food source here with the animals, and I bought a deep well pump. I'm going to try to get my neighbor to get that hooked up, so in the next week or two, when we're done with freezing temperatures, I can start pumping water out of my well, and then I'll be secure that way. And then I'm going to probably look at solar panels just in case the grid possibly goes offline or anything like that. Then I have my own way to still draw water, although I still have Berkey filters that I can pull water from the pond. So between all that, I left the gate open, went in panic mode because of the Scotty being out, and he's the only one that walked out, and he or her, I'm not sure what it is, walked in when I went out there for me, and no other animals. I figured the emus would be gone. Had no idea. So the camels were up on the other side of the property, horses and all them. So I did a head check, didn't lose any animals. And that just goes to show they love their life here at the ranch, that they didn't need to walk out of a 12-foot wide open gate for 17 hours. And the Scotty that did walk out, he was just nosing at the grain that was on the ground that I had dropped at the back of the pickup truck. And his footprints didn't go any farther. So that was a real good thing. Now, back to today's Homesteader Ranch drama that always goes on. I was over at my gate. Apparently somebody threw over whole corn into the property. So I'm getting tired of not knowing what's going on at the other side of my ranch. So I went ahead. I went to Walmart when I went early in the morning, which is a good thing I did because ammo was selling out. Game cams, everything's just flying off the shelves. It's crazy on how much stuff's going off. And, you know, I said it a long time ago to people before I had YouTube channel, when I was in the prepper movement, on, you know, if a truck doesn't get to a store or if a disaster happens, things will disappear and you may never see them ever again. And people are now waking up, and that's why the panic buying's going so quick, because every day that stuff isn't on the shelves is another person that is ending up in panic, and they're taking more stuff for the next day not to be on the shelf. And it's a cascading waterfall effect, domino effect, where, you know, that's why the shelves are staying empty. And eventually, if it continues, everybody will be in that panic buy, because the day you run out of toilet paper and you're using wet wipes or receipts or whatever you're using, or you think the toilet paper thing's bad enough, wait till the food is gone and you don't have a way of coming up with food. That will set off so much anxiety and stress, and that's when things could start into riots. You have people robbing people, and it could really go down a very bad road. But I got there in time. Like I said, I got there first thing in the morning. My first priority was scoring dog food and dog bones for the dogs. Of course, if something happens, I've got chickens and goats and things that I can produce food for the animals if I need to. But I'd rather not touch the animals. Of course, like today, they got 20 some eggs. The pigs got, I want to say, 60 some eggs. So I got chickens that are producing ducks and geese. I'm finding those eggs. So I've got animals that are help producing to feed the pigs, the dogs, in case something does happen. And then, of course, I can start calling some of the animals uh, if things did get dire. But I went ahead. I got two of these game cans. I got the second to most expensive. The most expensive wasn't the best camera. So I got the Bushnell 24 megapixel cameras. So these are really high definition. I mean, they get really good photos. Night vision, infrared. So here it is right here. So it's a fancy dancy one. I've never used a game cam, so I just put the batteries in. So it opens up. That's as far as I got. Is putting the batteries in and uh, the card that goes in the bottom, whatever type of card you call it. I don't know. I'm not a techie person. But I went ahead. I got these because I'm getting tired of not knowing what's going on the backside of the ranch. So I'm going to buy a big pole at Home Depot tomorrow, probably a 10, maybe 12-foot pole, or maybe even taller. I'm going to dig a hole on the other side of the ranch. I'm going to cement the post, and I'm going to do it close to the gate, and then the camera's going to go up high on the pole, so if somebody jumped the fence or something, they're not going to be able to get to the camera, but the camera will film from post to post, from property line to property line, and I'll be able to see. And I already talked to the sheriffs about it, and they said that's good. And then they'll be able, if somebody's on foot, they can see how they walk. They can see if they have a limp. If it's a vehicle, they can see the vehicle because only certain vehicles are up in this area. And that will give them a lot more to bite down on and to go after these neighbors that are asinine, that don't understand to leave me alone, leave my ranch alone, and they need to stop what they're doing. So, of course, the charges going against my neighbor right now are on hold because the courts are shut down. And but the sheriffs are still going, and like they said, they're keep taking case after case, and then when the courts open, then all the neighbors can go to court on charges that I'm pressing charges on. For one, trespassing, because to get up to my gate, they're coming 30 some feet onto my property to even get to my fence line. So that's trespassing right there. Plus, with like the potato skins against my neighbor, that's going to be animal cruelty, because Minnie lost hair on her chest and got hot spots because the potato peels are toxic to dogs. And we'll just keep pressing charges, and then I'll eventually, after it just continues, I'll get my lawyer involved, and then I'll start doing civil lawsuits for wasting my time, costing me money on having to buy security cameras, the emotional distress that I have to go through of worrying about the animals and everything else. So I've got one game camera going there, and then I figured while I'm gone, I'm going to get a camera out here by the parking lot. So if somebody does come up into the parking lot area, I'll have all that on camera as well. That's pretty much it for this week. So like I said, tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to town, go to Walmart first thing in the morning, grab whatever supplies that I need. And then I'm going to go to my storage unit. I've got two of them. I'm going to try to start emptying one of them out and get all that stuff brought and put into one of the shipping containers that is in the parking lot area, so I can get rid of one storage unit. So that costs me $100 a month. That gets rid of that, and that will also, it has some of my old prep, some tack gear. I've got a whole bunch of 5-gallon buckets of rice and beans and stuff that I bought back in 2011, 12, and 13. So that stuff's good for 25, 50 years because it's all dry grains, and it's all sealed in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbinators, and then put in watertight sealed 5-gallon buckets. So I'm going to bring all that home. So if doomsday does end up happening, I have all that stuff here, if it doesn't happen, then I still have that stuff here for the future, and I'm saving $100 a month by getting rid of one of the storage units. So after that, I've got to go Home Depot, get a big pole, like I said, probably go buy Tractor Supply and get some more feed, just so I'm stocked up on feed, because right now I have roughly 25 days worth of feed here. And then hopefully this week turns out good. I'll get the rest of the seed out. I've got to get more fencing torn down that I did around. I've got to get the property cleaned up still, so I don't have stuff all over the place. I still got to get insurance for the petting zoo, do the fencing along the driveway, rest of the way. There's just so much stuff to do. And now, with me on limited funds, I'm not sure how I'm going to get everything done prior to my grand opening, because I needed to rent a bulldozer. I got to get my house built. I was going to build bathrooms, a well house, all different stuff. So, not sure what I'm going to do, but we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully, like I said, all this will calm down. I can start getting income from the petting zoo. That will help ease the financial burden, and then that gives me more money to put in to make better roads, to mulch the roads, to get more tables and things like that, and go from there. And my last thing, for those of you that like creamers, because I'm back to drinking coffee again, because one of my subscribers said, you can drink coffee year round. I only drink coffee when it's cold, but I found this. It's cinnamon vanilla cream coffee mate. This is by far the favorite creamer that I have found. It's not too sweet. It's not too cinnamony. It is just spot on perfect. And I think that's what I'm always going to go to. And we got a little man over here wanting to say goodbye. Right, Rex? Yeah. You gonna say goodbye to everybody? Say bye, everybody. Say bye, everybody. Tell them bye. Say enjoy the rest of the video. Say we'll be back with you next week, because we're a happy kangaroo. We're a happy kangaroo. You gonna get Mama Mouse? Is Rex gonna get the Mama Mouse? Hey. Rex got Mama Mouse. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to hanging out with the animals. And like I said, Rex can hop in the bed now. So when I go in there and lay down, he hops up. And I actually fell asleep before making this video, watching TV. And I woke up to him cuddled up right next to me. So he's just a lovable man. And one of the best purchases that I've ever made. And one of my favorite animals. So with that, enjoy the rest of the video. I'll talk to you guys next week. Try not to stress out, but do prepare. You never know when Rome is done with, nor the USA. Because think, all those people in Rome, one day they woke up and Rome was no longer Rome. So it can always happen here. There's no civilization that is still standing from prior days, and you always got to keep that in mind. So stay safe, stay sane, stay happy, live happy, be free. That's the only way to be. Way to be. I'll see you guys later. Alright, Homesteader family, I didn't film me leaving the ranch because it was snowing like crazy, and I didn't realize the difference that it would be down here on Highway 50. But I had about 2, maybe 3 inches of snow. It was in the low 20s, 22 degrees at the ranch, and down here 36 degrees. And I got 6 miles down the road and the snow stopped. So that just goes to show the elevation that I live at. 6 miles away, it's in the 30s and perfectly clear. And I'm headed down to Canyon City right now because I didn't go to Walmart like I said I was going to at 6 in the morning or whatever it was on the Sunday Monday vlog. I decided to just sleep in, and I figured there would be some stuff in the afternoon when I got to Canyon. Well, long and behold, everything was gone. The soups were gone. Paper towels, which I needed, were gone. I did actually, they brought out a pallet of paper towels in the afternoon just as I got to that aisle. They brought out a new pallet, and I got the second to last thing of paper towels. It was one per person, one package that is, and I got the second to last 20 pack, so that will last me plenty long enough. However, the different soups and microwave meals that I'm eating, since I don't have running water to be able to do dishes and really cook, they all were gone. So I went ahead, I woke up today at 5 because now Walmart just changed the hours again. Now they don't open till 7. You can see right there it's 6:30. So I got a half hour before they open, and I'm probably about 35, maybe 40 minutes out. So they'll be open once I get there, but I think, or I should say, I don't think everything will be gone in the first 10 minutes. However, you know, all the earthquakes going on, and then the snowstorm that just happened, and the virus is just the perfect storm for panic buying. And like I said, I used to be a prepper. I just maintain now. I just go once a week to Walmart, or a couple times a week to Walmart as I need stuff. I still have some stuff at the ranch, but I rather have a little stocked up. And like I said, I'm down to 4 or 5 soups. So yeah, that's 4 or 5 meals, but I'd rather have more than that. So I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping. And then I had ordered a deep well pump from Tractor Supply, and just got an email last night that finally came in. So I'll have that. And with the deep well pump, I can get some wire. I have all the piping at the house, or at the ranch, and then I can go ahead and get the well house built this spring, and hopefully have running water. I can do a makeshift outside shower. I can do a makeshift outdoor sink with a roof for inclement weather such as rain, and that way I can start doing dishes. I can take showers at the ranch, and then as soon as the house is built, get the house plumbed to it, and then I'll be all set. So got a lot of stuff going on, slowly but surely. The county was out, or I shouldn't say the county, the 811 that you call before you dig, they came out and marked out where my signs are going to go for electric and gas lines and all that type of stuff. And then the county is supposed to be putting the signs out today. However, with the snow, I'm sure that's going to be delayed, which is fine because I don't even have insurance yet. But this is the life of a homesteader, and in the world of craziness, and that's pretty much it. So Max and Chubbs are chained outside with shelters just till I get home. Mickey and Minnie are in the house. Reason Chubbs and Max are out is because Chubbs and Max likes to chew stuff up sometimes, and I don't want to risk my house getting chewed up while I'm gone, because I'll be gone pretty much all day. And then I've got Rex over here in his little pouch inside the laundry basket, and we're just gonna go around, go to Walmart, do grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna pick up another pallet of feed for the animals at Tractor Supply, pick up the well pump at Tractor Supply, and then I popped the tire on the ATV, and since I'm not in the prepper movement, I wasn't prepared for that. So I don't have the tool to get the tire off because the 4-way I have will not fit the wheels of the ATV, so I got to get a specialty tool for that. And then I'm going to pick up a spare tire and rim. And then once I have the tool, get home, I can take the tire off, and then the next trip down, take the tire in to get repaired. So then that way I always have a spare tire for the ATV, and go from there. And then I'm going to also stop and talk to another insurance agent, because the one I was talking with has had 3 weeks and still has not got nothing done. So I'm tired of waiting. So I've actually called around to a bunch of different places, and I'm going to be talking to a bunch of different ones, and I'm going to price shop now and hopefully get insurance real soon, because I've turned away, I want to say, almost 24 people that have contacted me now because we've had beautiful weather and they wanted to come up to the ranch. So don't want to lose the opportunity of bringing in any funds in order to feed the animals, or get the next sections of fence done, or buy the next animal. So I've got a lot of stuff going, and like I said, little bit by little bit, we're gonna get it done. So I'll talk to you guys on the Sunday Monday vlog. Alright, as you saw last week, I had all this fencing up here that I got taken down. I still have some T-posts to take down, and I put the big panels going across there to help stop the dogs from jumping into the parking lot. But I went ahead, I did a bunch of work putting up fence along the driveway, and then the tractor to my left, I was taking the tire off the ATV. I blew a tire on the ATV. But yesterday I filled up all the gas cans, filled up the diesel cans, filled up the propane tanks, and then just got the trailer hooked up to the truck so I can go tomorrow to work on clearing out the storage unit and bring some of the stuff home to put in the shipping container. And then I'm going to go through a lot of the stuff, because a lot of it is my grandfather's stuff and a bunch of stuff from my place. And what I don't need, or what I don't plan on using, I'm going to go ahead and run a load to the dump. The rest of the stuff that I need for my house or prepper stuff, I'm going to keep just so I have it. So up here, I only got halfway out the driveway. So you can see I'm coming up to it now. I have to string out another string line, run the T-post again, but you can see I got this fence from here all the way down to the gate, and I have a 20-foot easement across here for a driveway. So I'm doing this because, like I said, people were driving around the pole at the end and down here and stuff like that, driving through his property. So I want to get a fence here. That way nobody can drive up through the property. And then there's Girl. She's up there. All the other horses and donkeys are down on the other side, but she must have just came up to the top. So that never gets old. I can always enjoy seeing my animals come across the top like Jurassic Park. And the only thing better than that is when they're running or playing. It's so much fun. And then, of course, all this white stuff that we keep getting.